Oh yeah, today's gonna be a good one, y'all. Look, the guys I got here, people I grew up with, so this is special to me, right? These guys are experts in the financial field, over 5 years of experience. Mentored people globally. Guys have 500 students where people struggle, getting mentored on a day-to-day basis, week-by-week basis, how to make things work in your favor in the market. It's gonna be special. You guys are gonna get the nuts and bolts of what a real entrepreneur looks like. Let's get to it. Mic check 1 2 2. Is your mother here? She's here. Let's get it. Thank you for tuning in for another episode in the living room. Today we have a incredible it's another one with jam-packed information. Today we're gonna be talking about investing, Forex, of course. These are guys that I grew up with. This is why this was special. It's nostalgic. Yeah. I seen them from being people that we're gonna talk about their past, had a run in the game in the music industry, had to do what they had to do to find a situation where they could be stable financially, to then building a platform to have over 500 students. You didn't graduate with 500 students. You get what I'm saying? Teaching people how to get in the game. So today's gonna be a great one. Take your notebooks out, understand that anything could be possible if you just tune into thinking and outthings you. And today I have those people in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Bang Zone, my boys, Slliq and Maze. How y'all doing?
Appreciate that introduction,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a hand if y'all want. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate that, man. And pleasure to be here, bro. Always a pleasure linking up with you, man.
It's always love. But shout out to Slliq. Just had a baby recently. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you the effort.
We're gonna give a clap for that too.
Healthy baby is always important. Man, what's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Thank you for having us, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You know, it's a pleasure to be here, bro.
So look, man, let's get right into it. Cause these guys, look, again, grew up house parties kind of energy, right? Yeah. And I kind of want to start there because we're going to get into the details of how they've been trading and what they've been doing for their clients, etc. But I want you to see the background, right? So this is how I first met or heard of Slliq, right? Shout out to my boy Danny. One day he comes to my crib, we're probably like, 13, maybe? Yeah. 13, and he's like, yo, you know Slliq? And I'm like, yeah, Slliq of the block. He's like, yeah, you know he rap? I was like, he rap? Plays me a clip. I'm like, oh, nah, he rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm so fresh. The cassette, you know me, and this figure, I know the joint word for word, though. Like, I'm really a fan, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, I see a freestyle of Maze going crazy. I'm like, oh, but these dudes is really rapping. So I want to give parallels to how y'all got in the music industry. I'll start with you first, Slliq, you know what I'm saying? Because I know Slliq kind of started it. And we'll go to Maze on, his perspective of how that all started. So let's get into that.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I mean, music has always been a passion of mine. It's always something that just felt right to me, called out to me, since a youngin'. So right around that time, that age, 11, 12, 13, I was recording,
recording at 11 and 12.
Like I had brought my mom to like Sam Ash, like one of those like, please, mama, please, I need that, please. Birthday,
I remember that too.
Christmas, you know what I'm saying? We got the equipment, set it up in the crib. Was doing my own mixing.
I think we went together, didn't we?
Probably did. Yeah.
Yo, I want to just not even to cut my man off on that. Parents, if you're paying attention, pay attention to your kids, bro. If they want to do something early, they could be doing something that could trickle down to something to change everything. Like,
for sure.
That's big. At 11 and 12, dragging
100%.
mom over. I'm listening.
And you know how Dominican moms is.
Muchacho, ¿cuánto es?
How much? What?
Right.
You sure?
Yes. You're going to use it. Don't make me buy it.
Yeah. So, we got the equipment. Mom, shout out to Mom. Mom Dukes held it down. Got the equipment.
Mommy, I love you.
Yeah, for sure. And we just started doing it. I was doing my thing already, but now I got the equipment in the house. So now I'm working on it myself. I'm putting everything together. I'm doing all the mixing and I'm doing all the engineer work, at home. I'm 12, I'm 13,
That's sick.
And I just remember just showing people my music, showing Maze my music, and they like, yo, you nice, like you really nice, and I don't know, Maze, that was my man's. Like I had just moved to the area, to the neighborhood. That was like pretty much like my first friend, real friend.
Anybody that don't know, we met when we was 12 years old.
Shout out to Marble Hill.
It was like 11 and a half, 12, something like that. Yeah.
You know, this was like my man's. You know, I met a few people before him, but that was like, this
guy really
right
connected with,
right? Yeah. So I was just like, yo. One day I remember in school, I was just like, yo, you want to pull up to the crib and come record? And Maze is like, record? I'm like, yeah.
Record what?
Music. Like, let's make some music. I think you could do it. Right. He's like, all right, we out. You know what I'm saying? So he comes to the crib. We throw on a beat. We start writing. I spit my verse. He's like, oh yeah, that's hot. And I'm like, all right, so let's try you now.
Tell him what it was.
Yeah, that Black Rob, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So,
damn. Yeah. Rest in peace, Black Rob,
rest
man.
in peace, Black Rob.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
For those generation now, y'all probably too young, but you know, look it up, YouTube.
Look it up. But yeah, man, my guy started spitting, and I was just like, we got it. You know, we got it. Like, this is it right here.
First time ever writing something, by the way.
Yeah, so, you know, it was pretty much a wrap after that. We just locked into just recording every single day.
So now let me go to Maze on that. So do you remember that day when he'd be like, yo, come record, it being your first time, to then decide to be like, all right, we gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did it go was it like, yo, I'm playing around with this, or that was the day that you were like, yo, I could actually rap too?
Well, first and foremost, I didn't know I could rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, pull up to the crib.
You know, it's like, it's my man's. You know, we running around school everywhere. He's like, yo, pull up to my crib. I'm pull up to his crib. We gonna do whatever. We gonna chill out. You know what I'm saying? He wants to record. I know he's recording since he's like 9 years old, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Just writing music. Just that was his interest, right? I just didn't realize that was something that I, you know, was probably natural on as well. Right? So, cool. He tells me to go record. I'm like, record what? He's like, well, music, you know. That's what I do. Right. Like, all right, cool. We go to the crib. We go, you know, we put on this beat. And it was I can't really explain it, bro. It was just like, yeah, I've always been a fan of hip hop. You know, I grew up with the culture, right? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, obviously War was like one of my favorites. It's just a big song, you know what I'm saying? It was a big song at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So it was natural to me. It was just like, all right, cool. Let me write whatever. Let me see if it comes out right. And I'm fitting in the pockets of the flows and all that stuff. And then we just recorded it. We heard it back, and we was like, yo, this is a thing. Hold up. This is this your boy Slliq and I'm rocking with the gun. You know, we was kids, so we was saying some wild shit. You know.
So here's what I ask you, Maze, and then I go back to Slliq.
Yeah.
So that was what, 12? Y'all were like 12?
Yeah, we were like 12, 13. We was in the we was exactly in the 7th grade. So out of the 7th grade, you know what I mean, you're like 12 years old. Yeah.
And that's where you really, like, creativity flourishes at those ages, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no bills.
Nope.
You don't know what life is.
You got no responsibilities.
Music.
Yeah.
So do you remember if there was a song or if it was a project that y'all put out that said, yo, we could actually move for a run for this? Like, who was the business one? Was it like, yo, bro, we actually could do this? Was it you that was like, yo, I want to go see if we could go make a career? Or was it still fun for you guys? And then within time, the response from people, you said.
That was right there. So I feel like because Slliq was doing it for a while, he looked at himself as like, I'm going to be an artist. This is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Whereas me, it was more for fun. We were both doing it for fun. Then it became a thing of like, hey, bro, people are saying that we're good. I think we can do this. You know what I'm saying? So it was more of the, and I think that's when magic actually happens, when you're actually having fun and enjoying what you're doing. And you know what I mean? I think that's a teaching lesson right here.
Right there.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then don't do it.
And to give more context on that, these guys had a run for real. Record deals started coming, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Very later than
very later, and also this is correct me if I'm wrong, it's about 10 years later.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yeah. About 10 or 12 years later.
Deep.
We gotta think about it. We started so young. We was making music.
It was like 12 years old.
It's still a 10-year run. Yeah. And before we get into those meetings and how we pivot into what you guys doing, Here's a teaching point. Number one, as a kid, he knew what he wanted. The upsell to your parents, a Dominican parent, to get what you want.
To do hip-hop.
To see your friend and say, yo, pull up, bro. We might be able to do something. That's organic things of how businesses also form.
Yeah.
It's also how they form. Mm-hmm. To realize one that says, I'm the artist already, the other one saying I'm doing it for fun, and then magic happens. Like, it's never really a plan.
No.
It just sometimes happens. Yeah. Yep. So we're in an Asian era now where there's a whole bunch of information, and you think you need to know everything before you get started.
Yeah.
And it's not true. Because some people are here just to sell you bullshit information.
100%.
That's what we are today. So sometimes things got to feel right.
Yeah.
If it feels right, you go from there and you learn. When do you guys go, I'll give this question to Slliq. When is it to you to say, all right, we're really going to chase this music. The money, how are y'all funding the music? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I mean, like I said, we started young, so at first there was really no funding. It was just record at home, burn some CDs on the compact computers.
Y'all don't know what those are.
Y'all don't know what that is, right? Just burn some CDs,
the compact,
pass them on the compact. Come on, bro, and just pass them around the school, pass them around the neighborhoods. And then the iPads obviously came into play.
Right,
so
right.
get the MP3s to people and things like that. Everybody playing them on the iPads and things like that. But at first, that's all it was. You know what I'm saying? Once we started kind of getting a little older, taking things a little more serious. Now you're talking about funding, right? Because now you're talking about studio time. Now you're talking about beats, right? You don't want to just be downloading beats. You want to go buy some beats. You want to go work with people, right? And network with other people who are in the same industry. So that's when the money come into play. And, at that time, I know this is a family-friendly show.
We can say whatever we want on here, my boy.
It's a family-friendly show, but we started just doing things, things that young people from the hood, right, from the neighborhoods that we're from, the Bronx, right. Shout out to the Bronx, New York.
Yes.
Things that you do, right, as a young person, right. You start just finding ways how to hustle and tussle.
We hit the streets. That's what it was.
Money, you know what I'm saying? Make some money here in the streets.
We're young entrepreneurs.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's when that came into play, and we just started kind of, grinding, literally grinding, making money, and then putting it right back into the studio, into the beats, into all of that. So that's kind of how that went. We was on the streets with it. We was in the streets with it.
To piggyback off that, not to cut you off, my fault, bro. We started with our allowance, whatever our parents was giving us. You know what I'm saying? We were 12, 13. You know what I'm saying? Anything
not to
that
cut
we
you off. Not to cut you off. I mean, let's keep it above by allowance, because we from where we from, and Dominicans allowance. That means like, yo, mommy, you got a 20 here and there, 10 that you could give me.
That's what I mean by allowance. You know what I'm saying?
Every day, every month, every week,
There wasn't nothing set.
Like that
there wasn't nothing set.
Right.
But any situation that we could come up with between like 12, 13, 14, we would come up off of it from our, my mom, your mom. And granted, we didn't really need much. It was more for like the CDs and stuff, because we had already had the equipment in his house and all that stuff. And then, when we was 14, 15, we was like, hey, we got to work. Let's find our, let's find a little part-time, little something. And, that's kind of like what it was. And then, then we turned into also the streets.
And at the time, so to give the audience more context as well, these guys had working jobs as well.
Yeah.
Like,
always.
And this is where it gets really interesting, right? So the reason why we're talking about their music history is because there's so many parallels to. All right, so these gentlemen are killing Forex right now, right? For those that know who Forex is, the foreign exchange market, I want to be respectful and say this: Forex is not a multi-level marketing company. It's not something you can learn and do on your own. It's the highest traded market in the world, $6 trillion a day. Yep. You can do that from home and be a retail trader. What these guys are doing is teaching people how to become retail traders. Down the line, maybe have a hedge fund. Who knows? So don't know the information. Get the right information. This is what we're here. So here's why this is, hearing you say that, the parallel, right? Yeah. And we'll go back. Did you know that you could fund an account with $10? If your allowance was $10, you can learn how to trade with $10.
Facts. That is an absolute fact.
That's a plus. Now you may treat those $10 like they're $10, but you can actually learn with what you have how to get in the market, etc. Right? So I want to get back to where y'all work, because I think if you're watching this right now, you're probably at a place in your life like, what do I do? What's going on? I think the universe just it foreshadows in a way, because the world we live in today, some of us, entrepreneurship is the new sexy thing to talk about. I'm an entrepreneur. No, you're broke. You're unemployed. You're not an entrepreneur because you're not making a profit, or you don't even have nowhere near this foundation built, the groundwork. It's hard. All right, let me just say it here. Yes. It's fucking harder to be an entrepreneur than an employee.
100%.
Very hard.
Oh my God.
The reward is much greater,
yes,
but it's so much harder. So I want to foreshadow how you were kind of caught up in a situation. I think you got to be fed up with your situation or be enlightened by something new to then be like, it's worth the 12-hour days, etc. And it is what it is, depending on what your schedule is. It might look like that for a long ass time.
Yes.
So what's crazy is you guys pick up jobs. In the midst of you doing what you got to do,
everything.
Where you were working at the time?
Yeah, so I mean, we talking, because I just want to give perspective here.
We talking 15, 16, or we talking like after 10 years?
We're talking a whole timeline of
jobs,
of things and events. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we started that music thing very early. We was doing the music for a while, right? We was doing it for a long time. So throughout the midst of, let's say 10 years, 10, 15 years, whatever the case is, right? Because we was 12, 11, 12. We in our 30s now, right? We don't got to say the exact age, but we
30's a new 20, baby. Years, stop playing with us.
You know what I'm saying?
We still young though.
Right. You feel me? So, through the midst of that, like I said, we making music, we in the streets. We got jobs. When I say we in the streets, I don't mean we
gang banging, gangsters. We're not doing none of that. We're not.
We definitely went through errors 100% throughout the ages, but
you was there a little bit too.
Don't tell nobody that. I had hands, I ain't even lying to you. I ain't gonna lie.
We had our moments. Sure. But for the most part, we was always some good kids. We just wanted more. You know what I'm saying? And coming from where we come from, we do what we do. So we was in the streets and we had jobs. You know what I'm saying? So we had a plethora of jobs. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to like fast forward a bit to when we start getting into kind of right before our trading or
right there
coming into the trading, right? Yeah. We working. I'm working on Wall Street. I'm working on Wall Street from the jump. I was already working down there.
Tell him.
Maze was in a hospital somewhere. Montefiore, right? And I'm working on Wall Street doing Obamacare insurance and all that, I'm out there. I'm passing the bull every day.
Tell him.
I'm out there. There's a Bitcoin store right next to my job. I don't even know what Bitcoin is.
It's 2016.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell him.
I don't know what that is. Like I said, I'm hustling. I'm working and I'm making music. That's all I'm focused on. I ain't focused on Bitcoin or I don't know what that is. But I'm on Wall Street. So I see the money. I see the cars. I see the guys coming out of the exchanges. You know what I'm saying? I see the big Bitcoin sign right next to my job every morning when I'm coming in. It's just opening up my curiosity at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I've lived many lives. I feel like we've all lived many lives. You know what I'm saying? I could go back and it's a different life every single couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm on Wall Street and I end up getting another job at a hospital. Actually, at a hospital. At that point, Maze actually had ended up getting fired, right? Or leaving the job. He left the job. He got fired.
I got fired.
From Montefiore. You know what I'm saying? From Montefiore.
Let's be real. We gotta tell him what it is. We gotta tell him what it is, baby.
Yeah.
Facts. I love it.
Some of you horrible employees, bro. You're gonna be forced to entrepreneur.
But you know what's crazy? I'll tell you exactly why I got fired. We're gonna get into that as soon as my boy is facts.
I got that new job, and after a little minute, he got fired. I was just like, yo, I could probably slide you up in here. You know what I'm saying? I could probably slide you up in here. They like me. You know what I mean? So that's what I did.
My brother always looked out for me, bro.
100%.
100%. Just like I did him. Always.
put that resume out there. They got him in the spot with me. Now we in the spot together. Like
again.
Come on now.
So now y'all both working at Wall Street.
Bro, we both went to school together.
Right.
We both doing music together.
Right.
Now we both at Wall Street for NYU working together.
So I want to also say this, because I think this is a teaching point as well.
Yes.
These are very unique situations. Some of you haven't gone in business or went and do the things that you do because your best friend hasn't done it with you.
Yep.
You don't. Sometimes you got to go first so your best friend can then see the vision. Sometimes you got to be recording already since you 11 and 12, and then see somebody and say, yo, bro, you want to do something real quick? Fast forward, it could be a trend later where he gets put on because of this and vice versa.
Yep.
You're waiting. You got to create the support, bro.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go create it. You got to go do it yourself. Have your credibility first. Show that you put the skin in the game, and then people follow. You got to be the leader at points. You know what I'm saying? So, boom.
Yep.
As a friend that you are, you say, all right, listen, my man got fired. Some of you keep getting fired. I got to chill out.
Stop getting fired.
Stupid job for a
Make it
little
on
bit.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Get it on time. So let's talk about that, my boy. Right now. So now Maze get put on.
Yeah.
And what's that journey like when you there?
All right. So I just got fired. They love to tell you that it's laid off. Don't trust that. Right? For budget situations, right? Mind you, I was a very, very great employee. I was doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I worked very, very well. But, you know, I didn't have seniority in the situation, right? I was the youngest employee. I had like about 3 years in there, maybe like 2.5, 3 years in there. So they ended up firing me. Cool. Get off. Your man goes and gets a BMW the next week just to stunt. Say, I don't need you.
Whole lot.
Straight up.
Mind you,
I don't need you.
We still hustling.
We still hustling. I got the
still doing things.
And it is coming in from the streets. You know what I'm saying? So cool. He hits me up 2 months after I get fired. Like, yo, bro, I can get you in here. Boom. Give him a resume. Cool. I get in there. It's looking lit. We're both there. We're both working. We're both passing the bull. We're still around the bull because he had the job before, close to where this NYU was. Right, it's right at Church Trinity.
I'm still on Wall Street.
He's still on Wall Street.
I haven't left. Wall Street got a grip on me at this.
You know what I'm saying? And exactly, Wall Street got a grip on him. Right now, Wall Street got a grip on me. And the last thing you want is me and this guy. Anyway,
Right.
because we're gonna thrive no matter what. Right. So, you know, I get there. We doing our thing, but we get curious. Bro, what is this bull? What is this? Transition into the job is fire. Like, I'm doing my thing. This is great. You know, a little bit of a time issue, of course. You know what I mean? That's something I've been working on, right? But, of course, 100%. But you got to be honest. Hey, be honest with yourself, all right? But overall, is a great situation. I'm at, like, the second floor. He's in the fourth floor. We're, like, constantly calling each other, making sure, all right, we good, all right, whatever. Slliq one day goes, hey, bro, you ever tried this Forex thing? Like, I just opened up this chart. Exactly, that's how it starts, right? So I'm like, all right, what the fuck is this, bro?
Yo. And just to give a little
Go ahead.
backstory.
Go ahead, do that.
I was just, you know, I just happened to be strolling through like Facebook for a matter of maybe a couple of weeks, and I there was this guy who I follow. I don't personally know him, but it's social media, you know. I don't personally know him, but I know he getting money. I know he was getting money. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Leon?
Yeah. Because I just kept seeing this guy doing some weird things with some charts and some
Candles,
graphs,
graphs,
Numbers is going up and down.
numbers and dollar signs, and I'm just like, yo, what's this guy doing? So it opened up a light bulb in my mind to the point where I was just like, you know, I did a little research. I started looking like, yo, what is this? I even reached out to homie because that's how I am. I see something, I'm like, yo, what's that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then once my curiosity was just bust wide open, right? That's when I hit a Maze like, yo, bro, you ever heard of this Forex thing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's how we.
I had seen it.
Right.
When he brought it up to me, I had already. The crazy thing is the way the universe works is so funny, and the way it aligns you is so funny, right? Don't worry, you know, Don Julio's here. But you know, the way the universe aligns you is so crazy because I had already seen it online for a few weeks, and he's he just brings it up to me, and I'm like, looks like a game. Like, I've seen this a little bit, you know what I'm saying? What do you know about it? You know what I mean? I'm very open to just hearing stuff, right away. And Slliq has always been like the research guy. Right. It's just always, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, what do you know? And he's like, he just gives me the boom bap, whatever. And I'm like, all right, so, you know, let's look into this. So fast forward, we start Googling, we rabbit hole. Digging. Crazy. Full on YouTube University. Right. Lit. We out here. Right. We like, let's go. Let's see what the hell this is about. Yeah. And then we really got interested. And we just saw, and again, I'll keep bringing up the way the universe aligns you is crazy because we're like, all right, we work in Wall Street.
Right.
We're right there.
Foreign exchange is the biggest, Forex, which is foreign exchange for those that don't know, is the biggest industry in the world, trading $6.5 trillion a day.
Yeah, and that might have gone up too.
100%. Oh, 100%. 100%. So we're in Wall Street. We're working for a job. We feel it in our bones that we're not supposed to be working with a 9 to 5. I'm not bashing 9 to 5. Right? 9 to 5s are great, but to each his own. We know we have something bigger to offer the world, right?
I always knew that.
We just, whether it was music, and it wasn't just the music, it wasn't just the hustling. Right. It wasn't just, it was, we're business owners. Right. We're entrepreneurs. And we know how to be leaders, right? So we're like, all right, we're in Wall Street. We're seeing this money. We're walking around the bull, and boom, we stumble across Forex. Oh, shit, what is this? So we start doing YouTube University, all that. And then Slliq goes, bro, I just copped the course.
Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom. Everything changes here.
That's it.
Bing,
bong.
Tell him.
So, look, I want to highlight a couple things there. Yeah. You might not get the access, even though you're working at a job that you wish you could get the access. So you don't have the funds. You're at the bottom of the food chain. The fact that you're working at Wall Street, but you don't have access to the accounts. Yeah. You don't got access to the information. Yep. Because back then, if you look, what is this, 2016?
This is late 2017. Late 2016, 2017, early 2017, January 2017.
Till this day, people were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn how to trade. Yeah. 20,000, 30,000. I personally have taken a course that was $20,000 to learn how to trade. Yeah. It is what it is, right?
I believe it.
And they did enough research, diligent research, the rabbit hole, YouTube University, Google, etc., to then find a course. Okay, I know today the world's become a course friendly. Hey, you got bad eyebrows, take my course. Right, we got that. But do your due diligence, bro. Find a good course. Yep. And what you pay for, pay attention to it. Yep. Because you can then be able to learn the things you need to get you out the situation you want to get out of. So you buy this course. Yep. Y'all still rapping at the time.
100%.
Still rapping, still hard.
Fully invested.
Working.
Yes.
Doing it all.
Full time. Not even part time. We working full time. We hustling. I'm not even gonna say part time. I'm gonna say per
full time from full time within that part time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like clientele knows times to call, times not to call.
We preconditioned them.
We making music, so we outside. We in the clubs. We in the studio. We doing a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
but
that's
at the same time. We
preconditioned.
It's just the truth. But no lie, bro. You just said it, bro. What the?
We doing all of this.
Yeah, I'm proud of us, bro. No lie, bro. That's crazy, bro. We did a lot, bro.
At the same time, so you know, we doing a lot. Yeah. But at our minds, especially at that time, was just there ain't nothing that we can't do. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta do it. One thing we knew was we did not want to just be content with the situation at hand. We didn't want to just be in the rat race forever. We understood that these were just stepping stones. These were just, listen, yo, it's so real that I never got hired for a job where I actually set up like the 401k or nothing. Because I wasn't going to pay into that because they're not going to give me, they only going to give you what you pay into it. So
he subconsciously knew.
Right.
Yeah,
Subconsciously knew that he wasn't with the 9 to 5.
Never. You know what I'm saying? I never really cared for it. Like, I don't get it twisted. I was always a good employee wherever I was.
That doesn't mean you weren't. That doesn't mean you weren't. No.
But I just never fully committed to anything
And now
other
that makes
than
all the sense in the world.
the things that I wanted to do. You know
So when you buy that course, where are you?
So I bought a course. We're working. We're doing all of that. The course was actually homie's course that I said that opened up my curiosity.
How much did you pay for this course?
Like $400.
$400.
It's like $400.
I remember that.
My money, you know what I'm saying?
$400
$400 course,
joint.
online course. I'm taking a risk. I don't really know this.
Slliq took the leap.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He took the leap.
Bought it.
Some of y'all won't buy a course, but you buying Yeezys, and no one cares.
Come on,
No one cares.
come on now.
You look the same. Back to the information.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
saying,
Though. It's real
I'm
talk.
just saying,
It's
bro.
real talk, because you know what? You run into
keep it
people
real.
who say that they don't got enough for this or enough for
Yeah, I
that.
don't got this,
but
I
you're
don't got
gonna
that.
see them in the club. You're gonna see them.
Pop
And
a
I
box.
get it. You spend money on what you want. Just make sure that what you want is an asset to
Correct.
you, right?
Well, make
Not a
sure that what
liability.
you want is benefiting you,
Right.
bro.
Right.
You know what
But-
I'm saying? You over here spending Yeezys to look good for other people, but you're not looking good for
Correct.
yourself financially. What's
And shout
wrong
out to
with you?
Yeezy. You know what I'm saying? Yeezy. If you
Hey,
want to send a
man,
check,
if you want to
away.
sponsor
I got
us,
some pairs
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
you know what I'm
hey,
saying?
man, you know
But
what I'm saying?
I won't buy a pair of Yeezys. before
Shout out to
I buy
AP
a
wearing
course.
Yeezys
Correct.
right now.
Correct.
Understand?
Correct.
So yeah, we bought a course. We dive in. Straight dive in. I'm talking about we on this course every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here. I'm sending him, yo. If my man is watching this, we got the course from my fault, bro. But you know we had
It
to
is
do it.
what it is,
I'm
Spike.
sending the username and
100%
passwords.
it happens.
And we
I'm
at
in
the
his crib recording. I'm in
you know
with
what I'm
my
saying?
phone
Right.
recording
Just so
his
he can review it,
TV,
like-
so I cannot get him in trouble. Just in
Hunger.
case if
That
he's,
hunger.
you know what I'm saying, I'm recording. I'm fucking my memory up on my phone, recording 20, 30-minute videos on my phone, so I can go back home and take notes. This is what we're doing.
So we on that. We watching the course. We opening up demo accounts. Now we're trading demo. I'm gonna be honest with you. For people who don't know what demo account is a paper account. You're pretty much trading the live markets with fake money.
Right.
It's not real money. You're practicing. It's practice, right? I'm kind of like AI. I ain't never really like practice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
that.
I
I'm the
did
same
demo.
way.
I did demo a little bit here and there, but to me, it just wasn't. It didn't. I needed to throw some money. I needed to lose some money to
Right,
understand how this
right.
shit really works.
Tell them what
right?
you started with.
Man, so I just started with like two. I think it was like 200.
300. It was $385. I remember what it was.
380.
And
380 into an account. Mine, I copped the course for
it was
$5.
Nadex.
Nadex. It wasn't even like how we trade now,
Yeah.
which is just MT4 margin
I remember
trading,
this shit.
right?
It's
Leverage
crazy.
trading. It was literally like Forex options traded. So that's how we started, right?
Wow.
And yeah, we just threw some money into an account.
Yep.
Made some money. Lost it. Yeah,
Lost a lot of it.
100%.
Made some,
100%.
lost it. Made some,
100%.
lost it.
Yeah.
This was the cycle while we were studying the course, going through Google University, YouTube University, and just kind of learning. Because it's really just about learning. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Learning this information.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
We have no mentor.
No mentor.
No, and I will say this: if you have purchased the course and you are going through the course and you have no mentor, you are self-teaching yourself. You're self-teaching yourself because the questions that you might have, you can't ask nobody.
And homie was the type of guy. Shout out to him, for opening my mind up. But homie was always the type of guy that is like, if you have questions or anything like that after you purchase the course, it's like, nah, go refer back to the course, bro.
Refer back
Straight
to the
up.
course.
Back to
Look
the
at it
course.
again. You just don't
Look at it
understand it.
again.
And so that's a
Wow.
huge thing because it's like usually that's what we are. We're the mentors. We're there every single day, in and out every single day, all day long. You know
That's
what
how
I'm saying?
we do. That's why we run the Bang Zone the way we run the Bang Zone, which is
'Cause we didn't
we
have
are
that.
available to
Correct.
our members,
100%.
to our people. They vouch for us.
That's what we wanted.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so not to rob, but we won't continue the story.
Oh,
but
yeah,
look,
yeah, for sure.
This is how businesses start as well. Sometimes you don't have to create something brand new. You see something that you were a customer of and see how you could do things better.
Yeah.
That forms a business. Mark Cuban bought the Dallas Mavericks because he was at a game. It was an opening game and said, yo, what's going on? I could do this. I could do a better job. And literally said, I'm buying them.
Yeah.
Just like
Now, we're not Mark Cuban, but these are students of something they want to learn, get good at what they're doing, and say, you know, when I was new, these are things that I had questions about or wish I had access to, and then form a company that way. Be a customer first, and then you could be a business owner. You know what I'm saying?
Every one of you is a Mark Cuban. All of us are, 100%. You just gotta find that within you, 100%.
Facts.
Straight up.
Fact. So boom, now you're at you're taking the course. When do you guys decide to be like, because this is an interesting story, right? So you guys are gonna go perform, right? This is how things work.
Oh, we still doing music.
doing music. You about to perform.
And this is when the thing comes into it.
And this is where it's like, when do you make the decision to be like, you know what? Music was a great run, but I'm really about to take this Forex and trading thing to the next level.
Yeah. I got you. I mean, it is a process, and there's a timeline to it. But you know, to get to the nitty gritty, basically, we was at a point where the music was kind of a little sour in our mouth, leaving a little sour taste in our mouths. You know, we wasn't really feeling it. Not the music per se, because we love making music.
Yeah,
we love making music. We love
the passion.
Studio, the process.
We still do.
Writing. I still do. I would
100%.
listen bar for bar. Y'all don't want it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just the business part of it. You know, we had certain situations that were, I guess you could say, a little bit discouraging, and not only that, but at the same time, we just started seeing a lot of funny things and the way the business works. And honestly, I'm not the type of guy that likes to be in a club and in the scene. On the
It's too much. It's too much
all the time. So it was never gonna be for me anyway. I know that now.
Right.
I know that now. You
But
know
at the time, we were not thinking that.
At the time, I'm not thinking that. At the time, I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside, and we doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I remember one time, man, we was in Brooklyn. We had a show. We was deep out there. Everybody pulled up. We had the whole team with us.
It's the last show we did.
At this point, we not only artists. At this point, we was already thinking like businessmen and like entrepreneurs. We were not just artists. At this point, we also had artists. You know what I'm saying? We had like two artists under the team. You know, we had some camera people.
Yeah.
We was blogging.
Actually, we had three artists.
We had three artists behind the camera vlogging. Like we was doing a lot.
Right.
So we already thinking like bigger picture. Like,
Right.
We might not make it, but we got some
What
artists
this pops
doing
off?
their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we at the show. We about to perform. We about to do our thing, and I kid you not, I'm on a trade. I'm trading. I'm making money. You know what I'm saying? I'm trading. I'm just like
real life.
They're like, yo, we about to go up in 5. I'm like, hold on, I might need 10.
I'm sorry. This is 2019. We're not even on demo no more.
Yeah,
Right.
Trading live.
Trading for
You know
real.
what I'm
We
saying?
trading. We already been doing it for a while.
Facts.
And it just like clicked to me in my mind. I was just like, what do I care more about right now? This or getting on that stage? And I love both. At that point, obviously, music was still a passion, still is. But it was just like, this is paying me, and that is not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And to piggyback off of you, what we're doing by this time, it's 2019, right? So by this time, we've spent and invested so much money into the music and have gotten nothing in return. Probably a couple $100 if we could, you know what I'm saying, from iTunes and stuff like that. But we have something, we have an engine that can literally pay us off of our skill set and off of our minds from not even doing any labor, right? Just doing mind work and we're investing all this money into music. So it's like, at this point, it's like, all right,
Shift.
what's the Libra scale? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the
Shift.
Libra,
That's where the-
Libra gang out here.
Yeah, facts.
That's where the focus kind of started shifting. Like, be like, yo, we out to the studio.
I'm gonna go hit this London session.
Yeah, not tonight. I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we got this show. They offering us this show. They offering us free VIP section.
Quick little walkthrough.
Nah, I don't know. Tonight? Nah, I don't know about that. You know? And the energy and the focus just kind of shifts. So I think that's when we kind of started seeing like, yo, I don't know, maybe we should kind of start stepping away from this and start stepping into this more. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we had our moments where we was in some offices and some buildings, and we had some meetings with peoples and things like that. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna sit here and say like we was about to sign to the Rock or nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we had deals. We had people.
Oh no, there was a time.
That was telling us what to do, how to move, so that we could do this and do that. And
we just wasn't motivated.
Yeah, nothing really clicked off. And
at that time, we was done. We was done with it. By the time that opportunity came about, we was distasteful from the situation. We knew that we invested so much money into it. It was towards the end of our decision making and saying this is what's priority and this is really what's not helping us much. What?
I'll give you one better. I think by that point it was more of a people pleasing thing.
Yeah.
Understand?
Copy.
It was more of a everybody want to see us keep going.
Right.
Everybody believes in us.
Yes.
We believe in us, but it just ain't it.
No.
Damn, that's big. Let me just say this.
Yeah.
I'm not a married man. I come from a single parent household, but some people are holding on to things because of other people. Relationships you're not supposed to be in.
Huge.
Jobs you're not supposed to have.
It's huge.
Circles you're not supposed to be around because you're doing it for other people. When you find self,
tell them.
Listen to self.
Tell them, bro.
That things are supposed to flourish. They will. Like you're in the right soil.
Naturally.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's massive. So now, we leave the music. Where we are in our trading journey, because here's some things I want to preface, and I want Maze to go here because I know that you went crazy, like packed up your schedule enough to like, all right, so here's what I'm saying. Yeah. For those who don't know trading or currently are trading, everyone's journey is different. It's completely different. You're going to start with a different amount of money. You're going to be a profitable trader in a different time frame. Some of you are going to know how to make profit and not know how to withdraw it because you're idiots. I was one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for those that don't know, Rob is a trader.
I am a trader myself. You know what
For
I'm saying?
years.
For years.
Yeah.
So this is why this is a special episode.
Yeah.
It's a crazy mind game discipline. Like, you think you discipline until you in front of a chart.
Oh boy.
And you gotta do what you say you're gonna. Your integrity it gets checked in dollar signs. You know what I'm saying? It gets checked in dollar signs. Yes. It checks your emotion, your ability to walk away.
Yes.
All these things are stuff that people don't post about or talk about. So now you guys you say, cool, the music, we're about to drift. Maze, where you at in profit? Like, how profitable are you as a trader? Is this still like it's kind of early, but I don't give a shit? I see it. Or am I seeing profits that are covering my bills? What is it? Is it a couple $100? Are we at the $1,000 yet? To then say, all right, let's go gun ho. Where are you in your journey? When the music's about to stop. So the music's stopping. We're done. Is it, we've made our first five. Is there a benchmark? I made my first 5,000. Right. I made my first 10,000. I made my first 1,000. Because we go crazy on off. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm making $200. I was ready to slap somebody.
Let's go.
Like, I mean, my first 200 is up. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
like,
up.
it's over.
Straight up.
Now you decide we're not doing this. When is it real for you? Like, it's no longer a thought. Like, no, I can really. Because there's two times. I think this is when the day you're born again. When it's like, oh, now I believe what I see. So at this point, Maze, when does it become a business decision to say, this is what I could do part-time or full-time? Yeah. I no longer need my job, etc. I want to make this now something that I could do, then forward on to make it a business that we create, etc.
Perfect. September 2018, I quit my job.
Okay.
The same job that Slliq got me.
All right.
Right. So I decided to quit the job. Obviously, I was already making some sort of profit to say, okay, if I can take my 8 hours back, then maybe I can make more profit.
Can I give that in perspective? If you don't mind sharing numbers, because I think people are going to watch this. Because you don't have to be making $10,000 a month to say.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What is that like? What am I making at work? Is it almost what I'm making at work?
Well, I was making at work every 2 weeks. You say it was what, 1,200, maybe 1,300, something like that, right? 1,300. Mm-hmm. I was making $400, $500, $600 a week.
Cool.
So I figured, okay, if I'm almost making my paycheck every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Every 2 weeks on Forex, then what happens? That's on part-time because we're doing Forex.
Correct.
We're in the job. We're looking at charts in the job.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? We're getting screamed out by managers. You know
Stop
what I'm
looking
saying?
at those damn candles.
Yeah, stop looking at the damn charts. What is that? An EKG? What is, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and you know, I decided to just, you know, I walk in one day and I just tell Slliq, you know, over the weekend, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna quit my job, bro. I'm gonna quit the job. I had to tell him. You know what I'm saying? He got me the job. I'm like, yo, listen, bro. You know, I pulled this is 2018 September, right? So I'm like, hey, listen, I'm gonna quit the job. I'm gonna take this leap, bro. You know what I'm saying? I believe in this 100%. This is what I want to do. Music is behind us. We still love the passion of making music, but the business of music, we felt like it wasn't just for us, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I'm out.
Copy.
I tell him, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm out.
I tell him again, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure, bro. All right, cool.
Take the weekend.
Yeah. I come back on Sunday, I'm like, I'm sure. So cool. I come in on Monday. You know, I let it go, and you know, I figured, all right, if I take that time back, then maybe I could just focus and hone in on this skill set, right, and then just perfect it as much as I can. So cool. You know what I mean? 2019 was a major year for me. It was a breakthrough year for me, honestly. You know what I'm saying? As he's trading real live account as well, he's making money as well, right? But he has a different situation.
Correct.
You know, just got a newborn baby, right? Shout out to my little nephew, Easy. I love you, baby. And you know what I'm saying? And then he has a situation. He's like, yo, bro, I can't really do this right now. I can't leave the job right now. So I'm like, you know what? I'm getting ready to go through the fire. I got a son of my own. Shout out to my son right now.
Teaching point.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes one person can make the move when the other person can't.
That's why you got two.
Awareness.
Yeah.
I have a kid. For you to have a kid, you can't just make the move. That Maze just moved. He's in a different situation. Kid is a
100%.
different age.
Yes.
Newborn. You got to protect the household.
Yep.
For those who have significant others and you feel like your wife ain't supporting or the husband, they like security and safety. And you thinking that I learn how to trade today, I'm going to leave my job. It's scaring everybody. You should be scared yourself.
Yes.
It's not sexy to say that when you're not really making the $400 or $500 to say I can go make the move.
You know what I'm saying?
You may continue, sir.
And even if he's making that type of move, it's different.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different leap. Whereas my son at the time is like 13, 12. He's like 12 years old, maybe. You know what I'm saying? He's already a little grown. I already have, I'm a little established with him. He's just learning how to be a dad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, completely understand. I got us. I'm gonna go take this leap. Make sure this thing is real. Cool. I leave the job. 2019 comes in. And I start getting into trading this thing that everybody loves is US 30.
US 30.
The Dow Jones. 30. Oh, my God.
Big boy.
Everybody loves trading this stuff. And I'm like, what is this, right? Me and Slliq encountered US 30 together, right? Because we in this journey together, right? Because he's in the job and I leave doesn't mean we're not together. Like, we're encountering every single day. This my brother. So I'm talking to him every day.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Just for those who are listeners, who are new listeners. So in Forex, you can also you can trade currencies. You could also trade indices. US 30. If you want to elaborate what US 30 is and how it's way more volatile than you just trading regular currency. So he leaves the job and then goes, what is this big monster it's a monster, for sure. That everyone is trading, right? So he has a new level of awareness and thinking. So some of you need to understand when you get rid of something you're not supposed to be doing, you get your own thoughts back. Some of you don't have your thoughts, you got your job's thoughts. You got, do I pay enough? Do I have to work overtime? You're not thinking, you're thinking on the job. You got the time to yourself, you got yourself to think where you really at. US 30.
US 30 is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? This is the most volatile instrument to trade in the Forex market. People think that you're in the Forex market, you can only trade currencies. You can't only trade currencies. You can trade any type of instrument. You can trade commodities, gold, silver, oil. Shout out to oil because I love oil, right? And gas prices up crazy right now. I know you're tight, right? Just come over here, make some money off oil, pay your gas prices. Anyway, but US 30, the Dow Jones is literally, you know what I'm saying? That's it. You just pay the gas price with gas. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it's literally the most volatile thing to trade. It's the most pain. It's the thing that pays you the most, right? So I said, all right, if I'm going on this journey, I didn't trade the Forex. We didn't trade the Forex. We already felt like we kind of like mastered the Forex game as far as like currencies. Right. So we was like, all right, cool. So what's the hardest thing for me to trade so I can learn that hardest thing and then say, hey, you know what? I'd rather go to practice with Michael Jordan than anything else, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. All right, so I get into 2019. I start trading US 30. I grow a $300 account to $1,800 in a week. And then I take the $1,800 and in another 30 days, I'll turn it into like $29,000. And I said, what the fuck?
One more time.
$300 into $1,800 in a week, and then in 30 days, the $1,800 into $29,000 in 30 days. You understand? Sick. So crazy. And this is like we're at.
Yo, what are you feeling at that moment, bro?
Euphoria at
like,
a max.
What is happening? Yes.
I literally just took a trip back in a second. Euphoria to the max. Like I'm completely ecstatic about what's going on. I'm making $4,000 or $5,000 a day before 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock in the day, right? I'm from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from the Bronx, bro. Like I'm coming out of my building, which is a brick building. It's not a complex. It's not a house. I don't own nothing that's nothing. You understand? And I'm coming outside just to talk to anybody that's outside. I don't have friends because everybody's working a job, right? Including my own brother. Right. But we have a bigger plan, right? He stayed behind just to make sure he's not behind. He stayed there just to make sure that, yo, bro, go check the waters out. I'm joining you right after. We make sure. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, say no more. I'm making $4,000 or $5,000 before 12 o'clock. And I'm like, yo, Slliq, this is fucking crazy, bro. Bro, this is nuts, bro. So we like, yo, you know what? Bro, let's teach this shit, bro. I feel like we were not put in a situation to understand this skill set and not teach this motherfucking skill set. There's no way, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to start a Telegram. And we're going to start a free Telegram. And we're going to teach whoever comes in. Cases. Go ahead.
Keyword. Free Telegram.
Free 99.
Free Telegram.
Yeah.
Free Telegram.
Remember that. BBA, man.
BBA.
Shout out to BBA.
Blue Bank Academy. That's what we started. Right now we are the Bank Zone Trading Club, right? But we started as Blue Bank Academy. It doesn't matter the name, right?
Free Telegram. We ended up having like a good.
Tell them.
Good like 40, 50 people in
Tell
there.
them.
You know, all throughout that time period.
Like 35, 40 people in it.
Once, but throughout the time, like, you know, 40, 50
mixed in men, female.
Men and female, for sure.
Yep.
Shout out to the female traders. Female traders out here.
Facts. We need more females. We need more females in this industry, man. Shout out to the females, man.
Sure.
I'm all for the women empowerment. I'm so supportive of that. Yeah, straight up.
So yeah, we had this Telegram, man, and we just
tell them,
teaching, man. We just started teaching. We started doing New York sessions. We started doing classes, and again, guys, free 99. You understand? Free 99. So we
had 2.5 years in already. We had all this information.
So we're giving all this information. We're giving all this value, and we're giving our tips, our hints, the way that we look at the market and how we do things. For free.
Correct.
To people who may or may not be valuing it.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand? But we're doing it. Yep. And we're not just doing it. We're doing it for them, but we're not just doing it for them.
Yeah, say
we're
it.
Doing
Say
it.
Say it. Why, Slliq? Why?
Because we're thinking bigger picture, right? We're thinking the future. So we're thinking, hey, in order for us to be where we want to be, this is where we have to step to first, right? We have to get through that stepping stone of being able to teach, being able to speak.
That's after we made profit. That was the first step, making profit. Make sure that it works.
Let's highlight that.
Right. We're making profits.
Step one, you're profitable traders.
Yes.
Profitable traders.
Yes.
Step two, I want to go give this for free. This is a common theme. They're bootstrapping their business. They're making sure that what they're teaching, the concept works. For free first.
For free.
Yes. You guys got
free 99.
40, 50 people in there.
40, 50 people in there. And I'll be honest with you, out of those 40, 50 people to this day, maybe a handful of them are actually still trading, or maybe 2 handfuls, right?
Shout out to Jay, because he's actually one of our business partners now, and our brother, because we grew up with him. Yeah. He was one of the 30 to 40 people.
And he's probably our top student, right? Ever from
pretty
EVA,
much is our top
turned
student.
into a beastie trader himself.
Beast.
Right? The way we taught him.
Caught over 400 pips on gold this week.
Yeah, shout out to Jay, man. We hitting TPs on gold.
So for those who don't know what you just said right there, 3 things you said. You said 2 things. You said pips and TP.
Yes.
If you could elaborate for those who are looking for the first time, new people, what is a TP and what are pips?
Sure.
To some degree. But you can get all this information on free information, YouTube, etc. But just for jargon purposes.
Yeah, and you can get all that information
at the Bank Zone Club. Y'all already know. Stop playing.
Stop playing with us, baby.
But yeah, pips, man, is pretty much how we measure the movements, right? The movements in price. It's price.
Yep.
Is point in price or price, right? Yep. Point in price. So it's pretty much how we measure the movements, whether we're buying or we're selling an instrument, right, or a currency in Forex, right, or anything that you're buying and selling. It's the way we measure that movement.
It's the way we get paid. We measure the way we get paid,
right? Okay. So you want to catch pips because that's how we get paid, right? Okay. And TPs is take profits. So when we send out a trade to our club, we'll send out the price where we're buying or selling at, right? We'll send out a TP, which is a take profit, which is where you'll take your money, right? Once the price reaches that price, right? That take profit, that TP. And there's stop losses, right? Which is pretty much something that'll help you protect your account, right? It helps
just safety net.
Your account. It's a safety net. Yep. It helps you protect your account so that if it goes against you, right? If the trade goes against you, you can set it to this stop loss so that if it gets to that price, it'll automatically remove you from this trade. You'll take that loss, but it'll be a calculated loss, right? You'll know what loss you're taking before you even enter the trade, right?
Big.
That's risk management, guys.
Big.
That's risk management. That's what we teach at the Bank Zone Trading Club. We teach you to be calculated in everything that you do, right? We teach you to be calculated in everything that you do. So we're not just randomly trading. Right.
You're not gambling. You're not gambling because this is what the misconception people have. They're like, trading is so risky. Yeah. It's like, how do I know how much money I'm gonna make? It is. It is. But it's calculated.
It's calculated. Yes. There's a way of trading where you can lower that risk, right? And that's using proper risk management. Putting these measures into play, having a stop loss, right? Having to take profit, things like that.
So you go from 40, 50 free members.
Yep.
To now going, okay, you at the crib with the family, but you're out here going crazy.
Going ridiculous.
Can you tell them what your schedule was like to build? Because, I did start the episode saying you guys have 500 students in the making, maybe more now. But you go from 40, how the hell we go from 40 to 500 students?
First and foremost, I will say, if you do not have 150% supportive business partner or friend or whoever you're doing this with, do it by yourself. This man supported and has supported me, and just like I've supported him in everything, just 100%. He said, bro, I'm gonna be at work, fucking go kill this shit. Let's make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna follow right up. You know what I'm saying? And that shit does more to me than you would ever think, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because now I have my brother supporting me. So, all right, this is lit. I'm gonna go 150%. You know what I'm saying? Cool. We got 40, 50 people. I'm killing US 30. We teaching these people. We're doing New York sessions. We're doing Sunday weekly overviews. It's lit. That goes past. Then kind of down a little bit. It's free.
Right.
Usually, when you don't put a price in your value, people will take it for granted. It's a human nature. It's okay.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what happens, right? It's just what it is, right? When people pay for something, then they're like, hold on, I need to reap the benefits of what I paid.
Correct.
Rather you don't pay for anything, then you're like, okay, cool, that's fine. I'll do it maybe. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, out of those 40 people, 1 or 2 people came out strong. Cool. One of those people is Jay again. He's one of our business members, right? Okay. So we're done with that. I'm like, I go through a little situation. We come through 2020. I'm still killing it. I blew in May 2019, I blew like $23,000 in one trade.
Boom.
Gone.
Because, it's all glitz and glamour. I turned 300
to 18 to 29.
To 29. I'm the man. Hold this down.
$23,000. I'm over here, $6,000 in my account, and I'm like, why didn't I withdraw? I'm thinking I could make $100 million in 2 months. How crazy is that? That's a mistake, man. So it brought me back down to earth. And then from there, I obviously, kept working. I kept trading, and usually, essentially, I made it back, right?
Correct.
Moving into 2020, we had a pandemic.
Boom. Timing is everything.
It's different. The pandemic.
Because it's all before trading became sexy.
Which is crazy because we're already into it like 3 years. 3 years before the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
So you put in the sweat.
Yes.
Sweat equity.
Yes.
Bootstrapping the business. I'll speak on that, what that is.
We both did. We both did. Facts.
2020 hits.
And I don't want anybody to think because Slliq is in a job that he's not putting as many hours. I can maybe I could put in a few more hours because I got before he's in the.
I'm just on the clock
Correct.
too. You know what I'm saying? I'm
on the clock, but he's on his own clock too because he's on charts all day. He's checking in, cool. Yeah, I'm on the charts.
Got it.
All day. You know what I'm saying? Because I know because that's how he was when he was in it. So cool. We come in 2020. Now 2020 forces you to become an entrepreneur or self-sufficient or remote working. So now people found themselves remote working and it's like, yo, but wait, I'm at home. I'm remote working. I could work on some other stuff for myself, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. It's 2020 and I'm like, yo, we're seriously about to teach, you know what I mean, this thing to people. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to start mentoring people one-on-one, right? And so what I did was somewhere between May to like August, like 3.5 months, I mentored 147 people.
One-on-ones?
One-on-ones.
It's ridiculous.
My schedule was fucking filled from 12 in the after. He's a test because he'll tell you from 12 in the day, one-on-ones every 1 hour, from 12 in the day to 8 p.m. I remember the schedule, right? So I had 8 one-on-ones every single day from different people for 5 days, Monday through Friday. And I was able to do 147 people in about 3 months through that whole summer. And that's pretty much the groundwork to what we have today.
Which is crazy, guys, because I'll tell you, man, if you ever tutored somebody,
that's what
it is.
And that's what's crazy because
so you gotta have a lot of patience.
A lot, because everybody's learning curve is different.
Yep.
Some people get stuck. So we don't want to use jargon here. The first thing I learned is support and resistance. Some people catch that right away. Some people are stuck learning support and resistance.
Different. You're dealing with different personalities, different people all the time.
Different level of engagement. Who's really serious, who's really not.
Who's really committed.
Learning,
you know what I'm saying? And it was different because at this time, I've already made profit. I've already turned $300 into $29,000. So I'm valuing myself. I'm not doing it for free.
Correct.
I'm like, you got to pay me this and that.
Correct.
And yesterday's price is not today's price. You know what I'm saying?
So you do 150 of them.
Yes.
And then you say, we're about to launch the Bank Zone.
Yeah.
Talk to me about launch day, where you guys were at, how that feeling became about, and what happened that day.
Man, launch day. So we actually shout out to the Bank Zone, shout out to the club, because we are approaching actually our 1 year anniversary.
Fire.
Fully launched, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to
I love you guys.
everybody there.
That's what God.
I actually got on my 6-month anniversary t-shirt that was signed and sent to us by a lot of our students. All the names is in the back right here.
Facts.
Yeah, shout out to the members. But yeah, man, March 30th or 31st?
Well, it's April 1st.
But it was really April 1st.
Yeah.
April 1st was our launch day. It was like midnight. You know what I'm saying? That's when we was going to launch, man.
Crazy.
And it was we had an insane launch, bro. Like to the point where to this day it still kind of blows my mind.
I can't even believe it.
I knew we were going to have something special here. I knew we was building
he knew, but he was low blowing it a little bit.
And I knew that we had built a nice foundation. I thought we built a nice house. I didn't know we had the penthouse. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know we had
Worked
the
hard,
towers in the
worked hard.
city. But we did work hard, and it showed, man. So we on launch day, we actually had about.
Tell them the first 3 hours. I mean, this is midnight, March 31st.
Yeah.
April 1st is 12:01.
Yeah.
Lit 12 o'clock, April 1st.
Five.
At 3 in the morning, we had, mind you, our valued price at the time was $99 a month. Right? We had
which is nothing.
It's
nothing for the value that we're giving.
You could load on the count of as you heard
Nothing.
That's
Like
$24 a week or something.
nothing. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, we value and knowledge.
Yeah.
Our sole purpose in the Bang Zone is to inform people about how to properly trade and be financially literal. You understand? The education first, right? We do send signals, we do live trades, all that, and we hitting crazy. I mean, we hitting 15,000 pips a week. That's easy, not even a problem, right? Because when you
understand what that means,
No cap.
when you focus on the education, it's not a problem. But when that's the sole value of it, the education, that's why we're timeless. You understand? So the first 3 hours,
we launch and
80 memberships. The first 3 hours,
right away.
The first 80
Granted,
members.
I thought 70, 80 was like our
your match.
cap.
Like, this is where we at. It's all,
we gotta build our
be
way
happy
from
with
there.
this right here.
Rob, he's
build our way
he's like, yo, I think we might just hit like 50 the first week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, what do you mean? I feel like we're gonna hit 50 the first day.
Right.
We was both wrong.
Right. Both wrong.
We hit 136 members the first 24 hours.
I'm talking about they were just coming in. New member.
I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, yo, Slliq.
You get notifications on your phone?
Bro, yes.
phone.
Off of the automated
So
payment
imagine,
system.
That night, nobody slept. We just like, yeah.
Bro, I woke up at 10 in the morning. I called my mom is in DR. I called her up crying, right? Because of the accomplishment that we just made, because I was crying off of joy, off of happiness. And I called her. She's on a boat with her husband. Yeah, I'm sipping on drinks because she's in DR enjoying herself. I'm like, Ma, we just literally, it's not even about the money that I'm about to tell you.
I was just about to say, it's not the money, guys, because we're trading.
No.
Right.
We're making money.
We making money off trading. This is our business. It's not even about the money, but we made the first 24 hours, we made $13,000 off of our influence to be able to teach people. That means 136 people trusted in us the first 24 hours to be able to teach them what we know. That shit is crazy.
And I'm a humble
that
guy,
shit is
man.
crazy,
I'm a
bro.
humble guy. So to me,
That shit
was
is crazy.
Just like,
that shit is crazy.
wow.
It exceeded both of our expectations. Cause he's like, 50 the first week. I'm like, 50 the first day.
yeah.
136.
It just blew my mind, guys. Cause
Tell them the
like,
first month.
It's just like all these people trust us to give them
It's
this
your baby.
information.
You created your own baby.
First month we had about 300 members.
Sick.
300 members. We
Now again, it's not about the money, guys, but that's
300
30K.
bodies.
$30 at a $99 value price, $30,000
$30,000
off of the first month. I'm talking to business people that are aspiring to be business owners or business owners.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a month, and that is not even about the bread. It's about what we did before that, the groundwork that we did before that, the being able to have people trust us to give that type of capital so that we can teach them.
Which is amazing. And look, it was so much we covered here. Lucky for you, the details are going to be in the description down low where you can find these guys, the Bang Zone. But here's what I want you to understand what happened here. These guys had passion on knowing they could create something together since they were 12. Trusted in each other's ability where they weren't experts in the field since they were 12. Knew how to upsell the salesman, because your parents are your first salesman if you never met them before. Understand that. They're the first one to sell you on your dream, what's not your dream, what value, what's not value. So you got to upsell the seller, convince them, take a route that's tough. The music industry is not easy. Stay in there for 10 years. 10 years to then realize there's other value that you might be aspiring to do something different. The person who starts takes the back seat because there's no ego in business if you want 500 people to join it.
Never.
and then get a launch of 130 people in 24 hours. People don't see $30,000 in profit. That's profit, by the way.
Profit.
In a business, they don't see profit in a year, maybe 5 years. They did it in their first 24 hours.
Yeah. Crazy.
Kids from the Bronx with a vision, with a dream, who would take 8 hours a day, have a new family and still serve. Guys that has a newborn right now and still taking time to come out here and give you guys value.
You know what I'm saying?
If you looking for people to teach you with a game, these are the guys to do it for. Shout out to the Bank Zone. You guys were incredible.
Club,
Thank you.
Show love to these
Thank you, my
people.
brother.
Like and subscribe. I gotta remember to say that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, my boys, for coming out. You guys were amazing. Clap up for you guys one more time. You guys were awesome.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you so much for having us, my brother. Thank you so much for having us.